beautiful friends, it's Amanda here, and today we're doing a little bit of a palette redesign. My palette redesign videos are inspired by MakeupStruggles. Sadly, she has decided that she's not going to make any more videos right now, so I don't know if her channel is still up or not. If her videos are still up, I will link her channel down in the description box. I've very much enjoyed her content. She has a really fresh, like no nonsense take on makeup. Just fair warning, my channel is pretty like family friendly. I don't really use curse words on my channel, but MakeupStruggles does curse in her videos, so just be aware of that. I know a lot of people who watch me watch with little kids. My grandma watches this channel. Hi, Grandma. So personally, I'm not offended by her language, but just a fair warning, she does use some cursing language, but I love her videos. I highly recommend you check them out. I really hope that they're still available. But anyway, this idea is inspired by her. And today I'm going to share a redesign of this palette. This is the Princess Jasmine palette from the MAC and Aladdin collection. I recently reviewed this collection on my channel, and my biggest criticism was that I felt like it was lacking a little bit of color. I'll link this video in the description as well if you want to see more about this collection, but today we're just going to talk about what I wish this palette was. Now, I'm not entirely mad at this color scheme. I just wish it was a little bit up a notch. My redesign is sort of trying to find a happy medium between this color palette, which I do think is really nice, really useful, probably something that Princess Jasmine herself would actually wear. But I also wanted to find a balance with some of the colors in the movie, not just the cartoon, but the live action movie too, which I haven't seen the live action, but I just went and looked up some images and the movie trailers and stuff like that. There still is this really beautiful saturated jewel tone color theme running throughout. So what I wanted to do when I was redesigning this palette was find something that could marry those two ideas, these beautiful soft sort of everyday neutrals and some of those richer, more saturated jewel tone type colors. I did not go full cartoon. I really tried to make this something that was exciting, fresh, true to the movie, but still really wearable and approachable for MAC's customer base. As usual for my palette redesigns, I used my ColourPop pressed powder singles. These are my favorite singles. I have a huge selection of them. They're also quite affordable and they are cruelty-free. So those are a few of the reasons why I always choose to draw from my ColourPop singles, plus I love them. Today I have my redesigned palette in my Salt New York vegan leather palette. I love this. This is such a great product, and I'm not just saying that because Kiki G Makeup, who made it, is a friend of mine. But anyway, shout out Salt New York. Hey Caitlin. This is what my palette redesign looks like. I'm gonna give you a closer look here. I did like a little mock-up so that you can see the shades in the palette. When you see these two palettes side by side, the real version and then my version, you can see that I did choose to keep some of these colors. A nice cool toned matte transition shade, that deep like purplish black shade, a gold, obviously you have to have a gold in an Aladdin palette. And I also kept a duochrome shade in here. I just thought that was a really cool and exciting thing to be in this palette, but I really amped it up. I got rid of a lot of the very basic neutrals, which most of us already have in our collection. I felt like a mustardy, like sand dune yellow was really appropriate, a very mid-toned rich red, and a really like orangey bronze type of color. I thought that those added a lot of the warmth and really drew from the setting of the movie. And then I did add two brighter pops of color. I really felt that this bright turquoise shade was missing. It's so iconic. I feel like if I saw this eye look and you asked me what Disney movie it was inspired by, I would know. My first thought would be Princess Jasmine's outfit with this bright turquoise. And I also talked about the prevalence of a deep bluish purple type of shade in my review of this collection. We do see this a lot in the animated film as well as the live action film, so I wanted a really like regal bluish purple as well. So the shades that I chose, on the top row we see Paper Tiger, Night Show, and Get Out. On the middle row, a favorite of mine, Glass Bull, Chic Happens, and Fault Line. And on the bottom row, Tiny Tangerines, Millie, and Roundhouse. I just double checked at the time that I'm filming this video, all of those shades are available on the ColourPop website. So if you want to make this palette yourself, you can go check those out. They're priced at $4.50 a piece. And I think this is a really fun, funky little palette. I chose these 9 shades specifically so that you could get so many different looks here. You could get an all warm neutral look if you stuck with Paper Tiger, Night Show, Millie, deepen it up a little bit with this like deeper matte shade. You could do an all cool toned, like really purpley look with these 3 in the middle. You can do warm with a pop of blue, warm with a pop of purple, cool with a pop of blue. You could do something really, really simple. There's a lot of 2 shadow looks you can pull out of here by just pairing 1 matte and 1 shimmer, 1 matte and 1 shimmer, or you can get really elaborate and really colorful, but you don't have to. There's just so much you can do with these shades specifically. And that's really just what I feel like this palette was lacking. It was lacking a connection to the colors in the movie, and it was lacking a versatility or like a variety of looks that can come out of it. So like I said in the review video, I don't hate this palette, I just don't love it for an Aladdin collection. Let's go ahead and take a look at some swatches of my palette. We'll also do a little side-by-side of my version of this palette and the actual Jasmine palette. Now that you've seen all the swatches, let's jump into a quick eyeshadow tutorial. I'll show you how I got this eye look that I'm wearing today with the palette that I created, and then I'll wrap up all my thoughts at the end. I'm starting off my look just like I always do, priming my eyes with my MAC paint pot in the shade Painterly, and then putting a little setting powder on top. For my transition for this look, I'm using Paper Tiger. This is such a beautiful warm matte shade, and not only does it match my shirt really well today, but it really draws from the inspiration across the board for both Aladdin movies. Next, I'm going to start adding a little bit of depth. I'm using the shade Roundhouse on the outer part of my eye, but I'm not going up to the crease. I really want to keep this smoky lash line look. Next, I'm going to use a shimmery gold shade. This one's called Night Show, and just using my finger, I'm building that over most of my eyelid. I'm going back into Roundhouse on a pencil brush this time for a smudgy liner look, and back to Paper Tiger just for a little bit of blending and smoothing out those edges. Now for the lower lash line, I'm using this cool mauve shade called Chic Happens on a small flat brush. Now it's time for the fun part. This is that pop of turquoise on the inner eye with Tiny Tangerines, applied with a pinky finger, and then just blended out the edges with a clean brush. Lastly, back to Roundhouse, I wanted to do a nod to Jasmine's wing look without really doing a wing. Then I just curled my lashes and added some of my L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara. That's the finished look. I think this is such a fun look. It screams Princess Jasmine to me, and it still feels authentic to my style at the same time, so it's just really fun. I really enjoyed putting my spin on this palette. I have so much fun pulling colors together and just drawing from all different sources of inspiration. If you have any other ideas of palettes that you want to see me redesign, please leave those in the comments. This is so much fun for me. I definitely want to do more of these videos in the future. And I want to know what you think of my redesigned palette. Are there any shades that you would change? Would you buy this palette? What do you think of the original MAC Jasmine palette? I always love to hear your thoughts and opinions, so make sure you leave a comment down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Hello, my beautiful friends. Oh, off to a rocky start already. Great. or any. Sometimes I do. Sometimes they pop out. Now that you've seen all the swatches, let's jump into a little man. Not Prince Jasmine, Princess Jasmine. Don't mess with the Disney princess, okay? I wanted to love you. I like you. I love you. I'm just not in love with you. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Quit messing around. Let's get to the video. You got stuff to do. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Okay, good thing my coffee's gone because I obviously don't need any more. Okay. Whoa. Can you see my bra through my shirt? Like a lot or a little bit? Kind of a lot. Oh, well, too late now. Too late now. I mean, how do we feel about a turquoise inner corner? Because to be honest, I don't hate it at all. That's spicy. Oh, it's a little spicy. I'm pre-filming so many videos and what the kids call losing my mind a little bit. So that's fun. Okay. All right. Okay, bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.